That's a round-looking Benson on the timeline at the minute.
BRB,
Round
Big
BBB.
Round Benson.
Yeah.
Big round Benson.
Yeah.
Do you think he has any nicknames down the pub? Like when he rocks up, do you think like a table of friends roar out,
Hey up, here comes Drink Benson Phillips.
Oh, there he is.
He loves it, this one, he does.
I love the idea of a local where everybody knows Dave's name. And he walks in and is like, here he is. And everyone's sort of like ribbing him in different but very sweet ways specific to him. Like, here he is, here comes trouble. You're around, mate. It's just really wholesome. Dave Wholesome Phillips.
Yeah.
Did any more DVDs to your DVD stack, Dave?
You know me. We've got loads of them.
Why? We'll do handstands for pints. That's his equivalent for drinking.
Oh, no.
Dave
now it got
shows
sad.
for drink.
Oh, sorry, Dave. I thought you were going to say, like, imagine a pub filled only with children's TV presenters.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
I don't know if I'd like that. That sounds either really high energy or really depressing. I'm not sure which one.
Because they're all just sat around drinking, being sad.
Yeah.
Depends if it's a sort of drown
over.
your sorrows kind of pub or a knees up, everyone, let's have a great time kind of pub. I think that makes all the difference.
God, the play area, the creche of that pub would be out of this world.
They've got gunge on tap, baked beans.
Just a pint of gunge, please.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. The play area is closed. Neil Buchanan's done a big art attack in it, so please stay out of it for the next 24 hours.
Neil, you've got to stop taking all the beer mats.
And arranging them into something. The head has been misplaced in the ball pool. We're just listening out for a sort of Brummy accent, a muffled Brummy.
Oh,
You've got to stop. Connie Hook nearly just flipping tripped over and killed herself there. Nearly broke her neck.
Jesus.
Connie, please.
I think I call her Connie Hook, like she was married to Captain Hook.
Hook, yeah.
That's not right.
I can't think of any of the children's TV
Got any
presenters.
more?
I think we've
Got any more
outfitted
we
it.
can add?
That was it,
And
just
in the
those
edit,
three.
I'm going to make that pause way longer
Okay.
than it was.
Mm-hmm.
Just extend it.
Stephen Mulhern serves people pints of vinegar as a prank. He still thinks Prank Patrol's going on.
I
The
thought
3 Foot
Barney
Ninjas
presented
drop
Prank
out.
Patrol, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, what was Stephen in?
Just sort of CITV things.
Yeah.
I always think that Stephen was in Basil Brush, but that was just the name of the character, but it wasn't played by Stephen Mulhern. He was Master Stephen was the man in Basil Brush, but it wasn't Stephen Mulhern.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You got that brush knowledge.
It's all there. Yeah.
Just found a different Master Stephen who's like a master of world pranic healing.
Did you just Google Master Stephen?
Yeah, I just hoped Google would know me well enough at this point. But there's a very rad picture of the Grandmaster Wizard.
Oh, wow, look at this guy.
Yeah, he's got like a psychedelic hand behind him. He's got a nice little snakeskin suit by the looks of it.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of scaly.
He looks like he's about to tell you that things are theoretically possible, I think.
I like him. I'm going to subscribe to whatever belief he has.
Me
and
too.
Then go for a drink
Feel
down
like
the pub after.
We might be teetering, perhaps, at the precipice of, I don't know, bit exhaustion? If you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
We're rapidly approaching the end of the tracks here with this bit.
Do you think we should just very artificially say, that's the end of the bit, and now here's the podcast?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podiots, the official Vidiots podcast. It's a conversational podcast where we take some questions from you at home and obey the law of the 3 Earths, where everybody brings a
thing along to talk about.
I'm Ben.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Michael.
Right, boys, are you little puddles on the floor?
Yeah, I dripped my last drip hours ago, and now I'm just a voice.
You're like that bit off of the SpongeBob movie where they get dried out under the lamp and it's just a real sponge and a dried out starfish. That's you.
Probably. I mean, I've definitely seen that and know what
sure
you're
you
talking
have.
about.
Your basis of children's entertainment is lodgely? Help is lodged well and truly within sort of the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
That was a horrifying moment in cinema. I don't think there's ever been anything more grotesque put to the big silver screen.
Ever.
What, where we watched SpongeBob die?
Yeah, and just
It
went to
was quite
graphic
upsetting.
actual footage of a sponge. And
Just a real sponge. He's dead. This is what you're doing to the oceans, everyone.
Wow.
Did you know that you can blend a sponge up into nothing, like in water? You can put it in a blender, alive, like the living sponge. And then if you leave it, it will just go back together again eventually. And it's still alive, and it's the same sponge as before. That's weird, isn't it?
That is weird.
Probably can't do it with the starfish, but I don't know.
Do you reckon you could do it with like maybe like a mammal?
Yeah,
of some
maybe.
kind.
That's how you woke up. You go straight from sponge to small monkey.
Yeah.
Try it yourself.
Yeah, why not? Got to put scientific theories to the test, and this is a good one. I want to be able to be smushed into tiny bits, put in a jiffy bag, and post it to the end of the country, and then I can have a holiday for the price of a stamp.
Reassembled again. It's just like Willy Wonka.
Just like William Wonka. There we are. Hey, everyone. This is our comedy podcast. Could you tell?
No.
No? Well,
You
it's a
laughing?
podcast, so we ticked that box.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to
Ticked
continue
it.
going. I thought Michael was about to say something. God, it's going well, isn't it? What's the temperature? My computer says sunny.
22 degrees, it says here, but that's a lie.
That's
not.
a flipping lie.
That's
It's not
maybe
useful,
outside, but I'm in a room with sunshine and computers in it. So,
Ooh, plural computers. What operation are you running there, Peter?
Well, I mean, only one of them's turned on. The other one's
He's
just sitting
mining
in the corner.
bitcoins
Yeah,
again.
mining all the Bitcoin.
Flipping little miner boy over here.
Yeah.
This is our comedy podcast. Did you know that you can support us? Yes, you can. Not only by listening, but financially by going to streamlabs.com/Podiots donations. If you donate £3 or more, you get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the show, and you get to join Pod Squad. Mikey's going to kick us off with the first squad.
The little ploppy platoon. It changes every week. I should really get a thing going. Instead, we're going to begin with the powerful, the forceful, the incredible, indeterminate amount of moniker. Finn Tristram, Windy Miller, Ramble Hamble, Amble Damble. Good, I like that. Ramble Hamble, Amble Damble. I did it right first time as well. Wow. Look at me, I'm on a roll. A succulent Chegnese meal, an excellent massage, COVID meat product, Harrison Calnan, pro trainer, Shreddy shops at Wix, flat arm wank, spread cheeks, slap balls, Kez of Gallifrey, massive pectorals, Nugget Fox 42, motorboating Anne Widdicombe, thanks, Alan Claw's big birthday.
Maybe
Happy birthday, Alan Claw, potentially.
Happy Mr. Claw.
Tiny troop this fortnight is Ben's Big Bouncy Bensons. Chegwin is dead. Chegwin is Deadwin, R.I.P. Mr. Black, Specky Becky. Cheg Windwaker stole my took. Mr. Blobby's Spotty Nobby.
That sounds like a dessert you'd get at like a Brewster's Fair. It's
Spotted knob.
It's the kind of thing that they make jokes about in pantomimes and stuff, but it's actually a long-standing British tradition as a dessert, and we shouldn't be making fun of it. No. The fart was a bit much for me, who was very generous and said, "Thank you for all the entertainment, boys or girls. I thought I should join Pod Squad finally after listening since the start." Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ben Overbich. What am I? What's that? Is that meant to be like bend over, bitch? I think it might be, but it's
maybe
spelled and capitalized very strangely.
The only way we'll find out is if they donate again.
No.
It's Ben and then OV uppercase and then Urbich without a T in it. So I don't know what that is.
What is that?
Lord Brotovich. Labour Party Sir Keir Chegwin. Why isn't Freddie Webber? Miskalisk. Linear the Magic Dragon, very good, I like that. Donak07, And the very generous Axel's Alive 95, who says, "No joke message this time, guys. I heard about Mikey and wanted to try and help. I hope that this will afford him and Claudia some comforts. I'm glad to hear he is starting to feel better. Hope he gets back to 100%. The Walrus Clan loves its farty boy." I have no idea what that's referring to.
No idea. We'll never find out, I suppose.
We'll never find out.
Thank you very much, though. It's incredibly generous of you. Now on to the fast crew. We've got King Kong's Flaccid Schlong, Drew Peacock, Chexistential Crisis, Kevin from Con, Bummed as a Child. Come on. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who's very generous and said, "Hey, boys and girls, thank you for being amazing. Amazing. I felt like I didn't do that with enough gusto. I've been here since the very beginning. I thought it was about time I donated to you. Also, hello from the future. You're on so many drugs right now." Oh, man. Thank you, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, WWE Hall of Famer. Great to hear from you. Dr. Von Waff, the GP, the very generous Kimberly Edwards Yebob, who says, "Hi, boys. I should have contributed to your podcast ages ago, but life just gets in the way. Thank you for all of your content. My partner and I thoroughly enjoy it. Hope you're married. Keep safe, and when you want to confuse someone, you ask them to spell IT."
Oh. Well, that's ruined. Thank you, Kimberly Edwards Yebob, for the effort there.
Thank you.
Did I ruin it?
Yeah, you just meant to say spell it.
Spell it. No, like spell what?
They say spell what, you know?
Okay. Got him.
It's like, who invented the light bulb? What? The light bulb. What? No, the light... What? The light bulb.
Peter, it's too hot.
Isn't it just?
Peter, it's too hot. You must stop. We've also got, thank you very much, Kimberly Edwards Yebob. Sorry for ruining your thing. Katie, oh, for fuck's sake. Katya Boob Sov. What?
Ooh.
What?
Kate. Right, there's got to be something clever. I see boob. I see that.
I see boob there, but...
Katya Boobsov. Kate. Well, we'll come back to that one. Cheggers died on a... Yeah, go on. No, have a go.
I don't know. Yeah, that's it. I don't know.
Katie's your boob.
Cat your boobs.
This feels like a fever dream.
What is this?
I don't know what that is.
Help. Cheggers died on a mountain. Lovely Carl Richardson. Decouple jump. Mr. Macca. Wanking into Nana's knickers.
Oh, God.
I didn't come home, but I came. Just keep swimming Ash. And Dick and Dettol in Ben's Bum Bum. There we are. That is the pod squad for this week. Thank you to everyone.
What a rotten
and
lot.
Also less of a
that was a
less
really
thanks to
weird
some
one.
people. It's a challenging weather situation to read those. But if you'd like to join pod squad for next time, streamlabs.com/Podiots donations.
Try and outdo yourselves next
How
week.
weird. Also, camel case, please. Put a capital letter at the beginning of word letter. Fuck. Let's move on.
I don't like it when Podiots is hot and sweaty. It's too stressful.
There's too much shirt on me. I've got some questions here. The first one is in an email that I need to open, and it's from Christina at Christy06678348. There were many Christies usernames taken. And she presumably she, apologies for assuming. They ask, how's Mikey?
I'm all right.
Cool. Who'd like to do their thing?
No,
tell us what's going on, Mikey. Tell us what's happening.
Mikey, go for it.
I have the proud accolade and achievement of being the first Vidiot to be infected with the COVID.
You're a co-Vidiot.
Yay, I made it!
Well done, man.
God.
Proud of you. We always knew you could do it.
Thank you. I'm doing my bit for the nation. I'm helping boost those numbers up to the heights we want to see them. Oh, boy. Yeah.
You're one of those statistics where you got it, but you didn't die, which is, that's in the right direction, right? That's a good statistic, sort of.
They'll mention me in at least one history book, won't they? Because if I survived COVID, God. Yeah, it's been a wholly uneventful, God. When did I isolate? Gee, it's well over 10 days because I got it and then brought it home and gave it to Claudia as well as a lovely gift.
Nice.
So we had to isolate for 10 days from her getting symptoms. And we've been stuck indoors in what feels like the hottest heat wave we've ever had. Yeah. And I've done nothing but sit on my arse and play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. That's about the most exciting thing I've got up to.
Oh, you couldn't go outside and skate, so you did the next best thing.
Yeah, you did it inside.
I did try pathetically in our back garden for like a couple of days, but it just wasn't working out, and I got embarrassed. I'm just turned into a couch potato. But hey, I learned how to do all the special moves on Tony Hawk. Like I know the buttons, so
Excellent.
you can't say it's not been productive.
Oh no, I never would. But you're feeling better now, right?
Yeah.
How? If you don't mind me
Relatively
asking,
mild.
how was it? Yeah, what were the symptoms like?
Yeah.
I had it quite mildly. I've had my first jab, which I guess took some of the effects, but it was mostly just sore throat, slightly dizzy, loss of smell, which still is gone, which is fun.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like a mild cold, and Claudia only had a sore throat from it. So,
Unfortunately for her, she didn't lose her sense of smell.
no,
She thought this is my one chance to get a break from Fart Man.
We'll save a lot of money on shreddies this week.
There you go. That's the counter.
Have you not been washing your shreddies? Do you just replace them after every year?
No, don't replace them. That's what the charcoal's for, right? It just absorbs it all and it makes it disappear.
And when it's done, you just buy a bag of charcoal for a barbecue. You
just set fire to
slit it. Yeah, you set fire to them. Or you slit it open and put new charcoal briquettes inside.
Exactly. And you use the old ones on the barbecue and it leaves a lovely smoky aroma. It's the best way to barbecue.
Oh, God.
But yes, I'm better, thankfully. And today marks my last day stuck indoors. So tomorrow it's going to be a wild one. I'm going to be outdoors so damn much. Oh,
Are you going to go get COVID again?
Yeah, can't wait.
Let's do that. How fast can you get COVID again?
I'm speed running it.
Yeah, you
Clock
should do
starts
that.
at midnight.
Your next viral video. How fast can I come down with the sickness? Ooh,
Very viral video.
Peter, did you say you wanted to do your thing?
Yeah, okay. I'll do my thing.
Enough about Michael. We talked about him.
Yeah,
Now. He's
jeez.
fine. Now
We
we know
get
he's
it.
fine.
He's
It
okay.
doesn't matter. God.
So, not so long ago, a couple of weeks ago maybe, you might have noticed that beloved broadcaster of UK television, Richard Madeley, did another Alan Partridge, as he so often does. So, for context, for those who have no idea what either of those references are, hopefully a good proportion of you are aware of what Alan Partridge is and the kind of character that he gives off, because that's kind of harder to quantify or to put into words. But there's a broadcaster, a TV presenter in the UK who's been in the business for decades now, Richard Madeley, who quite often just comes out with just the most bizarre, strange, blunt, sometimes weirdly graphic, too much information remarks just on live TV. And very often you'll then see the clip trending with, accidental partridge as the hashtag and things like that. You guys are aware of this, aren't you? I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is, Rich as in Richard and Judy.
Yes.
That fame.
Yes. And very quickly, to summarize Alan Partridge, he's a fictional presenter.
He is,
and he has the hubris of a far more talented presenter. I think that kind of explains him.
And not so long ago, Richard Madeley did another Alan Partridge. He currently presents Good Morning Britain. I don't know if he's doing it full time or not, but so that's a sort of magazine show. It plays in the mornings on, I don't know, ITV or something, and they talk about current affairs and news stories and things like that, and do various little bits and VTs and things. And one of the things they were talking about a couple of weeks ago was vets bills. And Richard Madeley, in order to introduce the segment, comes out with, now, vets bills. How much is too much? What's too expensive? Is there a point where you say, too expensive, the dog has to die? Really blunt, like straight to camera, doesn't bat an eyelid. He just says that on live TV. So that's Richard Madeley. I have come up with a classic Vidiots style game or Podiots style game where we have to guess what's real and what's fake. I give you Maidly or made up.
Oh, brilliant. Well
Very
done.
good.
Thank you very much. So I've got some real quotes of Richard Madeley's here that were said on television and some of them, maybe all of them, maybe none of them, are fake and made up. I've got sort of two different sections here. The first chunk are things that he may or may not have said to actual celebrities while interviewing them. And the second is more just things that were said on various morning breakfast shows with a whole range of topics. So, Maidly or made up? I'll give you the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the celebrity ones. Okay. And you can guess which ones you think are which. So, to Cilla Black, he was talking to Cilla Black. The thing with you, above all, it's determination, isn't it? Because you are, and I know you won't mind me saying this, my dear, you're well past your use-by date, aren't you?
Oh, fucking hell. He said that.
Okay, well, is that your... Do you want me to go through them all first, or
sorry, I don't mean to disrupt your flow.
I'm saying if you want to throw your hat in the ring right now, that we can go there.
What do you think, Mikey?
Go on, be brave. I say we live a little, and I could just so picture that.
Yeah, that's got to be. I feel like I've seen that because Alan Partridge has had a new show recently, hasn't he? Where he's had to like step in on a similar magazine style show to Richard. Like the parallels here are, they're thick. He said this to Cilla Black, I think.
He did not. That is made up.
Oh, very convincing.
Very well done.
It's, for those who don't know who Richard Madeley is, just starting to get a flavour now of the kind of things that he either does say or sound like they could have been said by him. So number two,
painting this man as a monster.
I mean, he's just puts his foot in his mouth constantly. That's it. He's just comes out with the craziest stuff. They'll get an idea for exactly what he's like when we hear some real ones. So this was allegedly to John Lydon, or Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols. If we could throw a fishing rod into the corridors of time and reel you in, you'd throttle you, wouldn't you?
Wow, there's a lot happening there.
That's quite a dense one, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you want to...
That doesn't sound like the Maidly I know and love.
Why isn't he talking about the Da Vinci Code, Michael?
He put a little sticker on in his head of like the Richard and Judy Reading Club and give it to Sid Vicious, and off he went.
Yeah,
that should be as simple as that.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm going to let Michael answer this one.
I'm going to say no. That sounds it sounds too complex for like an off the cuff slip of the tongue when he wasn't.
That one is apparently real.
What?
He said that to John Lydon. Number 3, to Bill Clinton. I know what it's like to be wronged by the press. I was once accused of shoplifting. Unlike you, though, I knew I was innocent.
Sorry, can I just get the previous one? Did he say the corridor of time?
He did, the corridors of time. If we could throw a fishing rod as well, if we could throw a fishing rod into the corridors of time and reel you in, you'd throttle you, wouldn't you?
Okay, fantastic.
He did say that.
Just making a note, because the corridors of time is definitely the title of this episode and also a straight-to-TV Doctor Who movie, I'm fairly sure.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Excellent. I do not believe for a second that Richard Madeley has ever had access to Bill Clinton.
That was my thought as well. Yeah, that sounds too lofty.
This is allegedly true.
What? The fuck?
You guys are 0 for 3 so far.
Fuck, we're not doing well, are we?
The next two have a common theme, so I'm going to give you both of these. I'm not saying that one is one and one's the other, or they're both the same or whatever, but I'll just give you both of them because there's a common theme. To Keira Knightley. Can we get some makeup, please? Get Keira looking like a crack whore. She'd make a good crack whore.
Excuse me?
And the next one? Is this just the one where he's bad to women?
Well, no. The common theme, well, you'll see.
Okay.
This is to Russell Brand. And so even if I was to tell you right now, hey, I've got some cocaine in my dressing room, you wouldn't be the least bit tempted, would you?
What a dick.
What?
So, what do you think of both of those?
The second one seems plausible. I could see him being little Billy Big Bollocks and trying to tempt a celebrity into doing drugs. And he's
the first one, if he called... I mean, things are still terrible in a lot of ways, but I feel like we've come a long way in the past 20 years. I feel like maybe to be clear, he never should have said that to Keira Knightley if he did indeed say it. But if he said it 20 years ago, when she was like just starring in Pirates of the Caribbean, he might have gotten away with it. If he said it recently, that's it. That's game over for him. You can't call someone a crack whore. You should never call someone a crack whore.
No. Well, if that one is real, and I'm not saying whether it is, I don't have a date on it. I don't have dates on any of these, so I can't help you.
Okay.
So, what are your thoughts? That's the last two celebrity ones. So, are you saying that Keira Knightley wasn't real? He didn't call her a crack whore?
I want to believe that Richard is better than that.
Yeah, I'm going to say she isn't real.
And Russell Brand, did you say that sounds believable? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
It does sound plausible to me, that one.
Yeah, let's go for real for that one.
I'm afraid all of your answers so far have been the inverse.
Oh,
so,
what? We got none of them right.
What?
He told Keira Knightley she'd make a good crack whore.
Oh, my God.
And I put bad words in his mouth and made him try to tempt Russell Brand back into a life of drugs, which he didn't do.
I'd rather he did that, to be honest. God.
Mm-hmm. That's a really bad... See if I can find out when that crack whore one was, because I'm morbidly interested.
Yeah.
Richard Madeley.
Careful you don't see a list of quotes, because there's 5 left, and you might see some real ones.
I didn't realize... Oh, there are more.
There's 2 rounds, yeah.
Richard doesn't stop.
So those were the celebrity interviews. And now we're on to just little segments he's done for morning TV shows. So here we go. To a man crying after meeting paramedics who saved his life. Stop crying, this is supposed to make you happy. Anyway, after the break, the biggest dog in the UK, and he really is big. Don't miss it.
That's got to be real, please.
Oh, but I'm going to go with the inverse then, because I want that to be real, but we've been wrong every time so far. So I'm going to flip side it and say fake, even though that is comedy gold if it's real.
That is real. What the fuck? Even if it was just stop crying, this is supposed to make you happy, that would be a bit harsh. But anyway, after the break, the biggest dog in the UK, and it really is big. Don't miss it.
Oh God. My God,
I would miss that for
Richard.
the world, Richard.
Fuck. I've not been able to find specific information about the Keira Knightley one. It just brings up lots of listicles.
Yeah. On the subject of soup, remember that soup I made last week? Absolutely horrible. Had to throw it in the garden. I guess he's talking to Judy here.
He's just got nothing interesting to say, does he?
Quality British television. I could see that just being an offhand comment. Maybe last week he was like, I'm going to get into making soups, and he's just updating everyone who's super eager to hear about it.
I think that's fake. I think that's a fake one.
That one is real.
Damn.
Yes.
Got 3 left. This is Richard Madeley on beauty standards. I've never met a single woman who's happy with the way she looks. Except... sorry, let me start that again. I've never met a single woman who's happy with the way she looks. Except Jordan, although I've never met her.
That was a bad time for me to take a drink.
Fuck's sake. That one is not real.
Yeah, I'm going to go not real as well, I think.
That one's real.
What? God, he's just full of them, isn't he?
He is. 2 left. Richard Madeley on politics. You sort of get a choice with Blair, really. Either accept him for who he is and get on with it, or lie awake at night worrying about the Geneva Convention.
That's real.
Yeah, I want that to be real. That's good.
That one's made up.
Oh,
I made that one up.
You cracked yourself up, Peter.
Slippery.
Well, I thought I'd try and sell it a bit.
You did. You sold it. Hook, line, and sinker. Right into the corridor of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was just laughing at the thought of him actually saying it because, you can
hear it. You can hear it.
I can. Yeah. Right, this is the last one now. So this is on the 2001 honours list. Now you're going to think I'm joking here, and I'm not one. Sorry, I can't read. Now you're going to think I'm joking here, and I'm not for 1 minute suggesting they should be knighted, but I truly believe Rob Hull and Emu are long overdue a CBE for services to entertainment.
Wait, Rob Hull and emu.
Rod hole. I may have said Rob, but it's
well
Okay,
within
yeah,
Peter's children's entertainment wheelhouse, that one.
I am familiar with this nightmare puppet.
Yeah, it was a man who in the 70s, I guess, maybe the 80s, he used to go around with an emu puppet where he had his hand up the emu's neck and he could do its beak with his mouth. And it would look like he was holding it because his jacket would be like draped over the emu. So it looked like he didn't have his arm up it. And then he would just go at Michael Parkinson and anyone. Whatever show he was on, he would attack them with this emu. Like you'd get an emu in the face, round the neck. And that was kind of all they did. They just used to go on TV and assault people.
He's just wearing a free pass on his wrist to do assaults on television, and that's his whole bit. That's why it gets hard to do. He's living the dream.
Yeah,
literally living the dream. I'm assuming you guys are familiar with the video of the guy who's walking his emu down the road.
Yes,
his name's Waters, and he's an asshole.
He's an asshole.
It's a fucking
walking
emu.
A fucking ostrich down the street, man.
He's a fucking emu.
His name's Waters. Let's
He's
have a look
an asshole. He's a he.
He's a he.
And he's an asshole.
It's a very good video.
It's great.
Oh my god.
That one is real, sorry.
Yeah, I like to believe that Richard is just such a big fan that he wants these people to get recognition that they so sorely deserve.
That one's fake.
Oh my god. Out of 10, we both got one right.
You got one each, I think, out of 10. I really got you.
Too challenging, yeah, very convincing.
My fake Richards.
Well,
that was fun. Fake dicks.
It was great to see your fake dicks, Peter. A lot of fun.
Thank you for bringing them along, Peter.
There you go.
Let's have another question. This is from It's Gavin at It's Gavin Words. What? Hang on. It's Gavin Words. That threw me on Twitter. Gavin says, a truly important question. You need to give up one for the rest of your life. Pizza or burgers? All variations of either. No cheating with calzones or bean burgers. If you have to ask for clarity, it's probably not allowed. Sorry to be specific, but I know what you're like.
Oh,
yeah, we are terrible.
We do try and find little workarounds.
Pizza or burgers, which is the shittest one? I would be interested in a vegan perspective on this conversation as well.
That's my role on the show, is the vegan perspective.
Bring in the vegan perspective. It was disgusting. I had to throw it in the garden.
We go to our vegan correspondent, Michael Johnson.
I've eaten 6 heads of lettuce today, lads. I'm feeling great.
I've had so much stuffing.
I just lie in Richard Madeley's garden with my mouth open, hoping for some delicious veggie dregs.
I'm not crazy about burgers. I just feel like even good burgers are usually sometimes a bit like. I don't think, like, as part of me that would be remiss if I never had a burger again. But pizza, my God, that's the essence of life. There's nothing better. And you fold it over, make a calzone, bam. It's multifunctional. It's great fun. You can make it yourself.
You can try it yourself.
Try it yourself.
Come on, do it.
Yeah, I think I totally agree. Like, pizza is wonderful. It's delicious. It can be varied. You get dips with it and stuff. It's very universal as well. Like, if you have someone around, you can just say, should we get pizza? If you can't be bothered saying, do you like Chinese? And, well, I know an okay Indian around here, but they don't do very good poppadoms or whatever, Pizza, you can just get pizza. Mm-hmm. And burgers can be really nice, but sometimes they can just be a bit naff. They can be a bit like, if you're talking meat burgers, they can be a bit onion heavy. They put too much filler in there, or they can be a bit too drippy and juicy. Like, I'm all for a slightly sloppy burger, but not too sloppy,
Yeah.
Burgers these days tend to be too complex for their own good. Stacked to the high heavens.
Why
full
are
of
they
stuff.
getting taller and not wider?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to get my jaw around that?
Bleeding ridiculous.
Cut it up for me like I'm 6.
What was the Weatherspoons burger?
Empire State.
The Empire State burger.
I had one of those this
patties,
year.
Bacon, cheese.
It's just bad. Like, it's not good, full stop. The idea of it, I'm in love with.
Yeah.
The execution is pristine Weatherspoons.
It's very well microwaved.
Raw and too big. Not great.
And it comes with, not only does it come with the, again, microwaved or reheated chips, but also like 6 massive onion rings, I think, if memory serves.
It does indeed. You can share a pizza, although hashtag everyone deserves their own pizza.
Yeah,
You can't share a burger. However, Five Guys is one of my favorites, and I do love a really good burger. But the thing is, especially with Five Guys, we're going to make a lot of people hungry with this conversation, I think. And by the way, the rest of the questions are all about food because I was in charge. But if you get like a really greasy burger, like from Five Guys, that's the only way they can be really good, in my opinion, is if they're like dripping in grease and cheese. And at that point, they're like a solid puck, like they're just this compact,
the bread goes into the patty.
Yeah, it's like this spherical object that you can see the space it's going to take up in your stomach before you even consume it. Whereas pizza is, a little more free flowing. You can get some compact action going on there. It's difficult, and I am going to make life more challenging here for Gavin. Is a sandwich not technically a burger? Because I love calzones, and they're amazing. But equally, burgers, there's a lot you can do with burgers, lots of different types of burgers. All you need to do is just put 2 slices of bread either side of anything, and is that not a burger, or is it a sandwich? I don't know.
I think it at least has to be in a bun rather than, if you did sliced bread, that's not a burger.
I feel like a burger is like it's a puck-shaped object in a bun.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter what it's made up of. You can flour it and garnish it however you please, but as long as it's got that puck in between 2 bits of bread.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like if you could put like slices, like you could put pulled pork into a sandwich, and I would say that's not a burger, but you can get pulled pork burgers, which are forced into a puck shape, and I think that becomes a burger at that point.
What if you put like fried chicken in between 2 pieces of bread? Would that still be a sandwich?
Possibly. I mean, obviously you get chicken burgers as well, which are a bit more kind of oval or puck-shaped, and they're clearly burgers. But yeah, if you just shoved some fried chicken in a sandwich, I don't know.
What are you gonna
I honestly don't know.
I'm team pizza all the way, by the way.
How do you expect us to answer these hypothetical questions about every little bit of the minutiae thought about?
Yeah. How are we supposed to answer these questions without someone providing us with all of the burgers and all of the pizzas in the world?
Yeah, I mean, like Ben just said, the answer is still pizza.
Yeah, we're just being awkward.
Yeah.
Another point for pizza as well. I think whenever I'm drunk, my go-to, like if I've got the space and the money for it, is a pizza at the end of the night. It's great. It helps absorb all the stuff, and it's kind of hard to go wrong with a takeaway pizza. Like, even though
you have approximately 5 minutes to eat it before it goes horrible. But yeah.
Yes, but what a 5 minutes that is. But I think with like takeaway burgers, they're a lot more dicey. I just feel like a big hunk of meat that needs to be cooked to the right temperature has more chance of making you do big bum piss the next day.
Yeah, and they've all got like gristle in every Tim. Oh, there's that emu. Look, there he is.
Yeah, I'm adding it to the thread.
Good evening.
Mikey, I want to know where we are at with the technology of vegan pizza, because I know vegan burgers have been around for a long time, and those are probably pretty good now. But what's the vegan pizza sitch?
It's pretty good. So there's lots of variety. I mean, I'm enjoying it, especially in Bristol. There's all sorts. I think the main sticking point is the cheese, though. They haven't quite managed to match the mozzarella style and flavor. It's all got a certain twang to it, which kind of tarnishes the whole experience. But I just don't.
It's not bad though. Like I was pleasantly surprised. I went. In fact, I think I might have been with you at the time, Mikey, when I was on a Bristol trip post Vidiots, and we went to that like cellar place. You go underground to have your pizza in like the vaulted. Can't remember what it's called, but we went there. They have vegan mozzarella. I had that on my pizza because I don't want the dairy, and I thought it was all right. You don't get stringiness, which is a shame because that's one of the best things. But if the choice is that or no cheese, which I have to get at certain outlets that don't offer an alternative, then I'd certainly rather have that.
Yeah, still got ways to go, but they're getting there. They're getting there. They're edible. At the very least, they're very edible.
That's good. Glad to hear it. Well, that's the argument conclusively coming down in favour of pizza. Suck it, burgers. But what is pizza if not a burger where the cheese and the base are the buns, and the tomato sauce is the Inside-y bit.
Don't do it.
Inside-y bit.
I mean, it is a big circular shape, the tomato. If you were able to just see it with X-ray vision, that's what it would be.
Exactly.
A big, thin patty.
Gavin, you've sent us into a tailspin here. You are banned from Podiots forever.
Leave this place.
Mikey, would you like to do your thing?
I would love to do my thing. And in the theme of being the vegan resident, I thought I'd introduce you to Father Yod, who was the father of organic health food, at least the fad of it, in America. He also became a stinky cult leader later in life.
Of course he did.
He's the
They
full
always end up
package.
going that way, don't they?
Yeah, it's typical hippies.
It's only a matter of time before Michael starts up his own religion.
I'll join your
Yeah, it's
religion,
good.
Michael.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I have to think of some like a manifesto or something. Do we even need a manifesto? Can it just be the cool guy club and we sit inside and do
Manifesto.
cool guy things? Oi. Yeah. Well, keep an eye out for an invite in the post, you two,
Thank you.
to my commune.
Okay.
So if you ask a crappy comedian what they think of Los Angeles, it'll probably take them about 10 seconds for them to start mocking the city's obsession with organic food. But cliches about cruelty-free avocado toast and raw kombucha have to start somewhere. And some of the credit for LA's transformation into a city perpetually searching for the next hip vegetable belongs to The Source, which is the name of a restaurant. That's Source as in S-O-U-R-C-E, not sauce as in ketchup.
Okay.
The restaurant was opened in 1969, nice, by James Edward Baker. The Source introduced celebrities like John Lennon and Marlon Brando to the trendy joys of chugging beet juice and forcing cilantro onto everything in sight.
Cilantro is something different in the UK, right? I think. What's it called?
Cilantro is what is cilantro? Coriander. That's it.
I like coriander. It's nice.
Yeah.
Coriander's got its time and its place. It's often too much of it.
Stay out of it, coriander.
Yeah, a little bit, fine, but I was just thinking of Pret. They all load on the fucking cilantro and ruin my avocado and tomato sandwich anyway. Bastards. Much of our modern obsession with vegetarian cuisine traces back to this very restaurant, and its profits funded a horny jiu-jitsu-loving killer's culty commune.
Wow.
What a man.
That's a lot of interesting words in one sentence.
It is. I mean, he's a very interesting man, I guess. I hope one day I can be summed up in a manner similar to that. A sweaty, farty, skateboard-loving vegan.
Idiot. Vegan.
Yeah, you've got to have all the alliteration in there, though. That's the challenge. You've got to do many things that start with the word V, so you can have a video.
I'll go back to the drawing board on that one. Baker was born in 1922 and served as a Marine in the Second World War, where Baker says he won the Silver Star, but official government records tend to disagree.
Oh, he's a demo dick, isn't he? He's one of those.
Yeah, he's a big man. He likes to talk the talk, but he can't walk the walk.
Yeah.
So he moved from Cincinnati to LA with dreams of becoming a stuntman, but instead ended up opening the Aware Inn with his wife Elaine in 1958. It's quite a fall from hopes and dreams. I mean, not that starting a restaurant isn't fun, but you want to be a stuntman, you're going to be a stuntman, right? Right?
Yeah.
Maybe do like little dinner time performances in the restaurant where you jump through a table and go around with his little crash hat and get tips.
Eat loads of coriander all in one go. Whoa.
Mad. The organic stuntman. I like it. There you go. That's a new variety show to take to the streets. And at this time, Baker had also fallen in with the Nature Boys, which I love. That's a gang of beatniks who purported raw veganism and sadly weren't like a wrestling troupe or whatever. What do you call a group of wrestlers?
I think it's a cool boys.
A grapple.
The Nature Boys were not a cool boy grapple group. Yeah, that's what
That's
they
it.
say.
That sounds right to me.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks. Aware's organic menu, created well ahead of the organic food trend, reflected their influence. And in pictures from these early days, Baker actually looked just like a regular dude and not the rock star guru he'd transform into later in life. I'm just going to get a picture of Father Yod up now because it is important to get a glimpse of this man in all his majesty.
Okay.
He's an absolute titan. Oh, there he is. That's a good one. I like that one.
Can't wait to see him.
He's like
Oh my
hippie Santa Claus.
That
Amazing.
Big
Oh, that's
fan.
a small picture as well. It got smaller when I clicked on
you
it.
can't even zoom. That Rolls-Royce hood ornament is precariously placed, very particularly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the crotch. But for those at home, just picture like a metal hippie Santa Claus, big long flowing head. Yes, he's got a long flowing head and hair to match. He's an absolute rock star. So what changed that led him down the cult path to go from hippie restaurant to a cult? It was quite the shift. But we should first mention that in 1955, Baker kicked his neighbour so hard that he died.
Oh my God.
So he's got some jiu-jitsu skills to back him up, sadly used in force, which I think probably goes against the morals of the art, but oh well.
Yeah, you use your opponent's weight in order to kill them, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, not just go ballistic on them, but to be fair, the man did pull a knife on Baker, so I guess it's self-defense.
Okay.
The self-proclaimed jiu-jitsu expert wasn't prosecuted for this encounter, or the man he'd killed a few years earlier in self-defense, again in an unrelated altercation with an angry neighbour over a pit bull. So he's got a pedigree at this point. Jesus, not the man you want to be spearheading your conscious cafe. But his luck was up in 1963 when an irate man turned up at the inn and accused Baker of kissing his wife. And Baker said they only had a, quote, spiritual attraction fueled by their mutual interest in philosophy and healthy eating. The husband the husband somehow didn't buy that, and in the ensuing scuffle, Baker turned the man's own gun on him, which is absolutely insane. He's unstoppable. He's a naughty boy. I shouldn't be glorifying this man. This is all very naughty. At the end of this, he was convicted of manslaughter, and while he only served 5 months, his marriage ended with Elaine, and so did his tenure at the inn. It got given over to his wife. 5 months for shooting someone. That's actually kind of mad. Wow. So from this point, Baker went full hippie upon his release. He threw himself into the 60s counterculture, studied esotericism, and that's like being esoteric, not esoterrorism. I stumbled on my words a bit. And he started his journey into yoga at this point. He was feeling the itch to open another restaurant, which he funded by charming $35,000 out of a random dude he met while hiking, which I think, fair play, that's a good hustle. If you can just meet someone while on a trail and get that much money out of them, maybe you are a keen businessman, or maybe he was just intimidated. Baker told his benefactor that his new establishment would be inspired by the dietary wisdom found in the teachings of Jesus Christ as revealed through the Essene Gospels of Peace. And if you don't recall the part of the Bible where our Lord Christ gets really into sharing hummus, that's because these Gospels were a forgery by philosophy and psychology professor Edmund Bordeaux-Zelke.
I was going to say there's a lot of coriander in the Bible, isn't there?
No, sadly, this was all stab thy neighbour and turn thy neighbour's gun on themselves, and he who casts the first shot shall be... I don't know. I'm too hot to think of biblical quotes. He claimed the Edmund Bordeaux-Zelke claimed he stumbled across these ancient untranslated texts in the Vatican archives where Jesus preached vegetarianism, but they were hilariously obvious fakes. But that didn't stop these translations from finding their own little audience. And so Baker, soon after opening the source, began calling himself Father Yod. I guess just to really hammer home the earthliness, the oneness that he has. But the source became a massive hit. It received rave newspaper reviews and reams of celebrity guests. It started with Sunday morning meditation and philosophy classes at his restaurant, and then naturally he bought a white Rolls Royce and an LA mansion that eventually housed 150 members of the Source family. Ooh, so he's turning his good money into naughty money. He's spending it unwisely and making communes. Naughty. Baker transformed himself into a guru at this stage, not just a business owner, but instead, actual fully fledged guru with the garb and everything and really committing to the lifestyle. But at this time, he was also a hard-working restaurateur, and that split personality was reflected in how the Source family walked a fine line between cooperative commune and skeezy sex cult. While Yod was just never going to get used to reading the word Yod. While Yod was a revered leader, people were free to come and go as they pleased, and sometimes they left for ugly reasons. One man departed because the family's teachings frowned on him giving medicine to his infant son, which is fair. Good on you getting out of there while that shit's going around.
Hell yeah.
But mostly the family did yoga, made art, and smoked a ton of the sacred herb and made music, which is kind of cute. They even had their own little psychedelic rock band and released 9 albums, I think it was.
Wow.
But it's all just kind of like psychedelic drivel.
Is it on Spotify?
Actually, it might be. Let's have a
Yod.
quick... I was going to bring up an example, but I think we had enough of musical examples after the Shags. What's the band called? Source Family?
Yod's band. Did you mean Todd's band? No, I didn't know.
It's Todd's band. Yes. Wait. Oh, what's it? Oh,
Todd's band, 2018.
Yahuwah, I think it. Yeah, no, they are on Spotify. There we go.
Oh, no.
Wow, they've only got a couple of thousand players on each song as well.
So what? How do you spell it? Ya?
I'm just going to copy the image. YAHOWHA 13. That's what the band became known as.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they've got the old pyramid eye thing.
There you go.
Sonic Portation, 2008.
God, they're still releasing. In a mad move, they released the album 2013 in the year 2010.
Whoa.
Just shaking stuff up. Cute.
This
That's
is
the band. That
terrible.
Yeah, is it just kind of like drony?
Yeah, it's like 11 and a half. I'm listening to E-A-O Shin. It's 11 and a half minutes long, and it just sounds like someone's dropped their guitar and they've put a load of reverb on it, and it's just slowly fading out.
Oh, well, it's maybe it'll change your life. Who knows? I might actually have to listen to some after this. I just skimmed through it.
While you're telling the story, I'm going to get a bit of ambient background music on. Which one are you listening to? ERO shit.
Yeah, I just skipped halfway through it and just going, whoa, 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 whoa.
There we go, building a proper ambience. So, back to Father Yod, who by 1973 was facing police interest because of his commune's underage members, naughty, and pressure from neighbours who hadn't bought mansions just to live next to a company of hippies. So, Yod, in a move, sold his restaurant, moved their place of worship, and a few of his most devoted followers to Hawaii, changed his name to Yahuwah, and began wondering if he was God. I think he kind of is. He's got the swag. He's got the moves. He may as well be God.
Takes.
He's got the gun.
A commune leader taking his hardcore believers to a remote location while entertaining ideas of divinity isn't a move with a great track record. But any potential problems were abruptly dodged in 1975 when Yahuwah decided to teach himself how to hang glide. I think you can probably guess where this is going.
All right.
The 53-year-old leapt off a 1,300-foot cliff, crashed, and died 9 hours later. And as a result, the family disbanded.
Was that him teaching himself? Was that his first time? He just was like, the best way to learn is at 13,000 feet.
Well, he's
oh
good.
my God, you're right.
He can't not do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I'm
He
sure
can't
he'll
fail.
be fine,
Yeah.
probably.
To our puny mortal eyes, he's dead, but he's actually living on in the skies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scooting forever. I'm looking now, though. There's no indication of if he was someone with someone at the time, but yeah, he just jumped to his death. Oh,
brilliant!
Rest in peace, Yod.
Wow.
Yeah, and the family disbanded. They had a relative cultural impact, not quite the Manson family, but not that the Manson family had a good societal impact, but you know what I mean. They didn't leave behind much of a record other than just the ongoing juicing trend and organic food trend, which was snuck into the LA scene by God himself.
God himself. Wow. Holy shit.
By God himself. And that's a fun little tale of why you shouldn't hang glide and join communes.
No, never. Thank you, Michael, for taking us on that spiritual journey.
All these sort of, I don't quite want to go as far as badass, but like all these badass characters you keep finding who have amazing stories, but are quite often assholes.
Yeah, I keep accidentally finding monsters, or I find someone cool who died at the end of the story. I need to switch things up to be a bit happier, don't I?
Grisly tales for gruesome Vidiots.
Oh, I like it. There we go.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah. Here's another question. This is from Harrison Kalman at Gooey Bug Spittoon, who says, Alphonse, who runs the local takeaway, has passed away and has left you 3 deeds to his place, and his dying wish, as he choked on a bone, is that you continue his legacy in the takeaway business.
Oh, hell yeah.
What are you selling? Something traditional? Or are you making something completely new?
Okay. Was that he's left you 3 deeds, or he's left us 3 deeds?
It is not made clear by the structure of the sentence. I like to believe that we each have a deed, we must
each.
pitch our idea, and the best one gets to do it, and the other 2 get killed. So maybe those are the stakes. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we become the stakes. Whoever loses goes
those
into
cheap
the
cheeseburgers
dinner.
you get at the takeaway.
Yeah.
I think, mainly after the one historic encounter with an awful serving of cheesy chips at the Chill Grill in Bedminster.
I was just thinking about the Chill Grill. Yeah, carry on.
I want to bring cheesy chips to the forefront of the British High Street outside of Sunderland, because so far Sunderland's the only place I've had like a really dirty, really good cheesy chips. Like, I'm going to use like pizza cheese. What is it actually called? It's not just pizza cheese. I said it earlier. Mozzarella. Yeah, use like a good blend with mozzarella, good thick chunky chips, seasoned lovely, maybe some extra sides. Like, no, bringing a touch of class to cheesy chips, but not forgetting its working class roots.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Making it achievable to people outside the north to try this delicious delicacy.
So you'd have a cheesy chip emporium. That's what you'd have.
Yep, nothing but cheesy chips. I don't think I need anything else. That's all you need.
What would you call it? Cheese chips.
Cheese, yeah.
Cheese. I don't know.
Cheese and chips.
Come back to me with a name. I'll have one surely by the end of the show.
Okay, well, I don't even have a restaurant yet in my head, so.
Cheesy does it.
Oh, that's good.
Cheesy does it. I
Cheesy
like that.
lover. So many good ones. Although the implications are that I think you would fuck the chips in that instance, and that's not necessarily
cheesy lover.
That's what gives them the flavour.
No one wants
Michael.
a cheesy lover.
No, nobody does. Shower, please. Phil Collins. Shower. I'm a huge fan of calzones. I would like a calzone place. I don't know if Alphonse, the man who choked on a bone and left us the place, what he had before. But I would like to make some sort of kick-ass calzone place where you could design your own. Choose your own fillings. Ooh. Maybe in multiple sizes where you could get them. There's a place around the corner from where Peter and I work called, I've forgotten the name, Gingerinos. They do amazing calzones and they're the size of a pasty. And they're like £2.50 and they're perfect. Maybe
that sounds amazing.
From that size all the way up to like a full-size pizza folded in half. Because there is an art to a calzone, right? It isn't just a pizza folded in half. It kind of is. No. But it has to be prepared in like a slightly different way. And I've had very good calzones and I've had very bad calzones. And I suppose the needle I'm trying to thread here is for them not to be bad. And if I can do that, then we're off to the races.
Yeah, I've had calzones that have just had too much sauce in them, and you bite into it, it becomes a sloppy mess. And I hope you're going to be the man to come fix that.
I'll try. I've got a name.
Have you got a name?
Yeah. I am the one calzonely.
Wow.
Does that work?
I like that.
No, you don't. Listen to that tone of voice.
I like
that.
I think it's great.
Come on, help me.
I am the one calzone. It's good.
There's got to be something with own in it.
Calzones are actually, now I'm thinking about it, like they're underrepresented in the food world. I think you can get them, but I think that's like a perfect, like you say, making it a smaller form. You don't need a big whole pizza. Sometimes you just want like a little lunch calzone.
You often have to go out of your way to find a calzone.
Yeah.
I still can't think of a better name than I am the one calzonely, which isn't good.
Because there isn't one.
There isn't one.
There's no better name.
Nobody I'd rather be.
Yeah, that was it.
Chesney Hawkes and his one
worked
song.
Together too long. I have come up with an idea very much on the fly. I think it's absolutely flawless and nothing could possibly go wrong. I think in our kind of generation, that fish and chips are a bit underrated. I think broadly across the nation, it's a staple of British culture, but I kind of feel like it's more of a, your mum and dad might get fish and chips, or possibly your younger sibling or cousin after they've been to swimming practice on a Friday night. But like our kind of group don't think of fish and chips straight away, and I want to bring it back to the masses. So I have come up with a it's a bit like a fusion restaurant, but instead of fusing types of food, like, interesting cultures and combining them, it is in fact a fusion of, it's like a fish and chip shop, but it's also like a sushi place in that there's a conveyor belt of different things going around and you pick your own. And then what you do with the thing that you pick off the conveyor belt is that it's like a fondue restaurant, but you've just got a deep fat fryer there just in front of you. Everyone's got their own, and you stick things on a stick and you stick it into the fryer, and you can have whatever you like. You just dip, either fish or sausage or Mars bars or an entire pig or anything you want, and you batter it, and then you take it with your chip. With your chips. No, it's more than one chip. With your chip. That's the other interesting thing. You get a single chip.
I like it. I'd do that.
It's called Fish and Dips.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's called Please Don't Sue Us.
Yeah, it's please, for the love of God, sign this waiver before you enter the restaurant.
It's called Claims Direct, but direct is spelled D-I-E and then wrecked.
Right. Yeah. It's an accident waiting to happen. Worse than an accident. It's a horrible, painful death waiting to happen. But, it's not really my responsibility.
No, it's not.
If the dead guy is fronting up the cash, then I don't have to worry so much if it folds. So,
well, great news. I think maybe we could run all three outfits out of this business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good ideas all around. The main thing that's exciting me about fish and dips is getting like 5 Mars bars on the same stick.
Oh
and
my
just
God.
Like the mega deep fried Mars bar. That would be
You could do
amazing.
s'mores, stick marshmallows in there. You could, whatever you want.
You could pay just like a rental fee, like bring your own bits, and you could pay like £3 for the honor of getting to do it yourself. If you want to bring some weird external stuff in, that's on you. Yeah,
you just have like the mafia walking in with dead bodies, saying, "Oh yeah, I've brought this for my dinner, definitely." Yeah,
hold on, we'll get the VAT.
The big VAT. Yeah, sounds like a flawless system.
It does. We need a combined name though. Maybe we just piggyback off another existing very successful franchise. Maybe like, this is a weird choice because they're arguably not that successful. But what about we call it Argos, and just see. But
is it O-U-R?
Argos. Yeah, there we are.
Argos.
Or Argos with 2 S's.
Yeah.
Or 2 G's. Or McDonald's, but with no apostrophe.
Right.
Yeah,
you mean just to pull people in?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like the sign doesn't look the same, but it's got the same business name. So if people search Argos or McDonald's, they might accidentally come to us.
Came here for a new mattress, but I left with a calzone. I consider that a win. And I even deep fried the calzone myself.
Yeah.
I wonder if we all legally changed our names by deed poll to McDonald, our surname, could you either call it, because there's 3 of us, McDonald's, plural, without the S, or could you like legally get around trademarks because it's your actual name and just call it McDonald's restaurant, do you think? Like, I don't know how these things work.
I'm not sure.
Can they trademark something if it's your name?
Yeah, if it was McDonald, we might have to go like a law firm, McDonald, and McDonald.
Yeah.
Or 3 guys.
And Son.
3
guys. That's good.
It's not good.
We've got an impenetrable defence here. They can't come after us.
You can't.
We've thought of every legality.
You can't touch us, we said as we launched Double Jump at the beginning of 2019.
Yeah.
We're fine.
I think we could have a picture of the Colonel, Colonel Sanders, but instead of KFC, it just says BPM instead.
I would not eat.
I
I would never eat a fast food place called BPM.
BPM.
It sounds like a petrol station.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Oh dear. Okay.
What about MBP?
MBP.
That's a bit more like MVP, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
No, that's much better. Sounds premium. It won't be premium though, will it?
I'm here for
It will
it.
be shut down immediately. It's time for my thing. I was going to do another Not the Onion quiz, but then I found our Onion story, or our Not the Onion story, that was so good that I thought we should just focus in on it.
But it's already too much of a food-heavy episode, so it's just as well you're not doing
Yeah,
onions.
no more onions here. Can't have any onions. This is from the dailyrecord.co.uk, and the headline reads, and it's one of those headlines where they've just abbreviated loads of words and made it sound stupid. So there we
I
go.
hate that they do that. Yeah.
Scots cop called officers for help after being pursued by drone, but dot in sky was actually Jupiter.
Okay.
So here we go. There's just a big old photo of Jupiter with the caption, "The officer mistook the planet for a drone."
As though he could actually see the entire planet Jupiter as depicted in the photo,
Yes.
which I can picture in my head.
Exactly. I'm just going to tweet the photo out now. The subtitle for this is, "It was only after a drawn-out pursuit," it says in quote marks, "that she sought help from senior officers who told her it was Jupiter, some 365 million miles away." So here we go. A rookie Scots police officer feared she was being pursued for miles by a drone, but the bright light in the sky was actually a planet. It was only after a drawn-out pursuit that she blah, blah, blah. There we go, there's the subtitle again. Here we go. The dozy PC had left a Glasgow police station at about midnight on Tuesday and noticed the object in the sky following her. She tried to lose the drone as she drove towards the shopping complex at the Fort, just off the M8. She called the General Police Scotland complaints number on 101 and told the call handler she was being followed by a drone along the M8 and couldn't lose it. The officer, who was in her first 2 years of service, was told to return to her station where she would be met by a senior officer. She was found standing in the police yard with her hood up, trying to hide from the drone, and pointed out the bright white dot in the sky. They told her it was Jupiter, which is often visible on a clear night. A police source said, "The story is the talk of the steamy at her station. Nobody can quite believe it. She was very alarmed and spooked that she was being followed by a drone. Everyone was quite concerned, so you can imagine the red face and embarrassment felt when it was pointed out that the bright light following her was a planet millions of miles away." This is going to haunt her for years, it says next. Tom Wood.
What, just in prose? Is that just
it's just there.
The writer has
I had to
said that?
scroll down a big image, stock image of the back of a policewoman to read, "This is going to haunt her for years." It is in quote marks, though. Tom Wood, a retired deputy chief constable of the former Lothian and Borders Police, said the story reminded him of a similar incident years ago. He said, "A young officer discovered an old vase wrapped in a rag and reported it as being a Ming Dynasty vase, which is worth thousands. It wasn't, of course, and from that day on, he was known as Ming. This young lady will probably find herself with a nickname for the rest of her career. The story will be told in years to come. The real test is how she handles it."
Wow.
Is what Tom had to say.
This writer really wants this person to be vilified for,
know.
for this.
I mean,
Here's
it's a very
what you
silly
could do.
mistake to make, but even so. It concludes here with a Police Scotland spokesman said, "Officers quickly established there was no criminality and were able to reassure the woman involved." So there we are.
You could say, if you'll allow me, gentlemen, you could say she was duped.
Oh! I will allow it. I will allow it.
Thank you.
Yes, very good.
So if you've had a bad sort of rookie few years at your job, I don't think it's quite on the scale of trying to outrun Jupiter.
I like the idea of this happening to someone in another job. At least if you're the police, there is an element of like safety and, could someone be trying to, persecute me as a police officer? I want to go into the office on Friday and tell Adam Pacitti, "Adam, I was followed here by a drone, and I think you should do something about it. Look, it's out there. It's a strange, what a strange thing to."
And it's a street light. You can see it clearly from the window.
I don't want to be harsh, but
No.
you just think that she would know. I mean, Jupiter just looks like a big star when
you
it's
know
visible.
what a star is, don't you?
Yeah, it's basically a star. All right, it's actually a planet, but in the sky, it's just like a star. Chill.
Yeah.
It's quite big as well. I mean, not big, but like far away. I don't know. You can usually
Drones make noise. Like this is, you would have thought a police officer would know what a drone is, and we don't have the full story here. Obviously, we haven't heard from her perspective. She may not be in a good place. There may be some other stuff going on. So we don't want to.
Been threats.
Don't
want to
Don't want to take the piss out of her
happened with
too much. Yeah. But the line that here we are. Let me just find it again. She was found standing in the police yard with her hood up, trying to hide from the drone, and pointed out the bright white dot in the sky. They told her it was Jupiter, which is often visible on a clear night. Is, I think, one of my most favourite sentences that I've ever read.
It's very good. I mean, I like this is what was it? This is going to haunt.
This
her
is going
for
to. Let me take it. I'll take a screenshot of that.
You will never recover from this.
I will never financially recover from this. This is going to haunt her for years. Let me just pop it in the thread. Here we are. God, I hope she's okay. This could come back to bite us in the ass, but there we are. This is going to haunt her for years. She could be. It could be worse. She could be called Ming forever.
Yeah,
she could.
She misidentified a vase. What do you reckon they'd call her though? Drone, Jupiter? Because both names are pretty cool. I think
Jupiter's a pretty cool name. Yeah. It's a god, presumably, right? It's like the god of war or something.
They could just, use your line there, Peter. Say, just call her duped. Or dupe.
Yeah.
Like what's up, dupe?
What's up, dupe?
It's a shame this didn't happen to you, Peter, because you could have been Jupiter.
Jupiter. That's great.
Yeah.
So one day, Peter, please mistake a planet for a drone, and we'll never let you live it down.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Jupiter dog a cat?
Wait, what? Oh, Jupiter. Wow, I didn't even notice the second layer to that.
God, wow.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were going for. Did I just leapfrog the conversation?
Just Jupiter and Peter.
Okay. Wow, I didn't even make that connection. I was like, well, that's clearly a Blue Peter reference.
I like it, though. There you go.
God, we're operating on another level of just delirium today, aren't we?
This is going to haunt us for years.
I will never recover from this. Okay, let's move on to the final question. This is from Harvey Latham at Mr. Latham97 on Twitter. I have the biggest 50s worth of question of all time.
Whoa.
So I was hoping this question, by the way, when I picked it, would prompt us to go back to that slice of fried gold we didn't manage to capture on the podcast. So I hope you pick up on it in a second.
Okay.
What do you think happens straight after the end of the garlic and chips video? My theory is Jugson and his cameraman got Thanos snapped, hence the video abruptly stopping. What's your theories?
Yeah, well, we were talking about this at the start of before the start of the last podcast. As we often do, I think it's easy to slip into Jugson because if anyone just sort of says in a very, everyone else starts going, and then you start talking about it. And the question that I think I raised it, or certainly collectively we got there, was did the person holding the camera go and ask as soon as they turned the camera off? Did they go back to the chip shop and say, yeah, this guy says he got an extra 50s worth of garlic on his chips?
He fucking did.
Did he fuck you lying bastard?
He fucking go and ask if you fucking don't believe us.
Don't believe us.
And then
proper class doing stunts on his pedal bike as well and all.
Plods straight back down the hill to Michael Jugson. Here, this guy up in the restaurant said you got an extra 50s worth of garlic. I fucking did. And he gets stuck in a time loop forever.
Yeah.
It's still there to this day.
Yeah.
We also like the idea of a completely different video being taken on a similarly low quality mobile phone during the day at the local skate park of sober Michael Jugson just doing mad stunts on his pedal bike, having a great time. He's not on drugs. He's not on his garlic and chips. He's just on his bike.
He's living life to the best.
Yeah.
This is making me really sad now that there's not an extended Michael Jugson.
I know. Didn't they track him down, or someone tried to anyway?
I think
there's been efforts, but nothing substantial's come through.
I think I once saw a comment where someone corrected on what his surname is. I can't remember what it is though. It's not Jugson and it's not Johnson, but I don't remember. It's something else.
Oh wait, wow! Wow, in the description of the video, there's a lot of...
Is there? Has he got a Teespring store or something?
Michael Jewson of Hartlepool talking garlic.
Jewson.
Talking garlic.
Michael Jewson. I can't hear it. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
I refuse to believe his name
Jugson.
isn't Jugson.
Yeah, how could it not be? No, they just misspelled the name in the description.
Clearly.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
On there. Yeah. Michael
I hope he's out
Jewson
there. I hope he's living
of
his best life.
Hartlepool talking garlic.
Wow, the way I did not expect it to be. They've spelled Michael wrong.
Oh yeah,
then
they
they
spelled of wrong.
So that really throws into question whether Jewson is even accurate because they can't spell Michael. They put Mikey L, Jewson, and then they've spelled of Hartlepool, OV space H/pool, talking garlic. So, I mean that's, and every letter's capitalized. It's great. Every word. Sorry, big fan of that.
Well, then I think that just proves that our headcanon is just as if not more viable than whatever the truth is.
I'd say so.
There we are. That's it. We've made it to the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Who would like to know what's coming out on Vidiots 3 years
Everyone
ago?
would.
This next fortnight.
Yes, please. I'd love nothing more.
Well, I can tell you we've lost, hang on, what was that? What time period was that? We've lost 57 subscribers in the last 28 days. So thank you very much, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Just thought,
That's less than usual, I feel.
yeah,
that's
it's
better.
usually way worse.
Yeah.
I've now got to scroll for 6 years because I was not prepared. Where did we get up to? What date does this episode release? Can someone help me out?
It releases on 27th of July.
27th of July. And then 2 weeks from there would take us up to when?
The 10th of August.
Thank you very much. 27th of July. We've got Draw the Fans. Then we've got Redstone Disaster Vanilla Minecraft Episode 8. Instant Giblets, where we played Quake Champions. Hanging from the Gallows, Vanilla Minecraft Episode 9. Postmtat, number 24, Fruity Loopers.
Oh, that's where we
Loopers.
got the assorted Fruity Loopy things.
Yeah,
that was
we did.
good.
Oh, nice. Enjoyed those. Gmod Car Building Challenge. That was fun. I think Peter put wheels on a bathtub.
with wheels on. That was it. Yeah.
Worst games ever. Oh no, we've misspelled their name. We put Mary Kate and Ashley Winners Circle, not Mary-Kate and Ashley, which is her real name.
Oh no.
Awful. How embarrassing.
That's really bad.
Pompeii Craft is here. Vanilla Minecraft episode 10. I think that was the finale. We just set everything else on fire and blew it up. No, we didn't actually. We kept going. Overcooked 2 breaks up the Vidiots was the next video.
Stress.
Who Lives in a Pineapple? Vanilla Minecraft episode 11. Podiots episode 12. Milo's Purge.
Oh, that was a good one. Historic.
Postmtat number 25. We've been woolified, which is when we got those amazing woolen versions of ourselves.
Fantastic.
Oh, I've got
So
mine
good.
right here next to me.
I've got mine in the other room on a shelf.
Mine's in my little Vidiot shrine in a cupboard.
Oh,
Shrine. Time for your pills. We Happy Few time capsule unboxing. It's a special edition we got.
Oh yeah.
And finally, worst games ever. Crazy Frog Racer, which is extremely relevant, Peter, isn't it?
Yeah, it is because the episode that's just gone out on Triple Jump of Worst Games Ever was Crazy Frog Racer 2. So how about that?
Yeah.
How does the sequel compare to the original?
It's almost the same game.
Surprise!
Practically
There's some
indistinguishable.
weird mini games in it there, which are good bad. So that it's worth watching. Don't get me wrong, everyone. Go and check it out now on Triple Jump.
Yeah.
Team Triple Jump on YouTube.
We talk extensively about a Crazy Frog album, which is that just sounds horrible.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah,
So
with
horrible.
like 24 tracks on it or something.
Yep.
What? I totally forgot that the Crazy Frog had more than.
Well, so did
one.
we. We thought there were only maybe 2 max. But no, they did a cover of We Are the Champions, which is We Are the Champions, but interspersed with Badum Bum Bum Pum Pum Bring Ding Ding Ding. It's, yeah.
Which sounds bad, but is arguably worse. What's arguably worse is that there were various other songs that didn't have the lyrics changed at all, such as Hey Baby by DJ Otzi. You know, Ooh Ah, I Want to Know.
Just a Crazy
That
Frog
one.
remix. Absolutely disgraceful. Mikey, I believe there's a shop, right?
Oh, you're gosh darn right. If you navigate over to store.yogscast.com, you'll find a lovely array of goodies which are up for you to purchase. But if you want to be an extra cool, swaggy dude or dudette or other, you can go to the little Vidiots section and peruse our selection of mug, hoodie, shirt, and other. And you can use code Vidiots at checkout for 10% off everything on the Yogscast store. Every single thing on that website, you can get 10% off it.
Whoa.
But please, if you're going to use it on our stuff so you can look super duper. Super duper.
Do you reckon Yogscast would be really concerned if suddenly 1,000 people used the Vidiots discount code at once? Not necessarily on our merch, but just what the hell is going on with this Vidiots code?
What's happened?
Do you think they'd be interested in that?
I don't know. I feel they'd probably definitely send me a message like, "Hey, what happened here? Why are you guys suddenly?"
You've been posting on weird forums again.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. I will say once I was using, the web thing, Honey, that gives you discount codes.
Yeah.
I once did go on the Yogs website and the code it presented was Vidiots.
Was it?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It must know that other people use it, I guess.
Yeah, it's out there circulating.
That's great. Good stuff. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all.com/Vidiots official. We're also on twitch.tv/Vidiots official. Streamlabs.com/Podiots donations. Donate £3 or more to get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the podcast. You will join either the Pumpy Platoon, the Tiny Troop, or the Fast Crew. And Mikey is once again going to run through the Stink Squad for this week.
We start with Indeterminate Amount of Moniker, Finn Tristram, Windy Miller, Ramble Hamble Bamble Dangle, a succulent
so close. You nearly got it. You nearly got it again. You said dangle.
Damn it! Ramble Hamble Amble Damble. Thank you.
Well done.
I can't like the dangle though, so I'm going to give myself a pass. A succulent Chegnese meal, an excellent massage, COVID meat product, Harrison Calnan, pro trainer, shreddy shops at Wicks, flat arm wank, spread cheeks, slap balls, Kez of Gallifrey, massive pectorals, Nugget Fox 42, motorboarding Anne Widdicombe, and Alan Claw's big birthday. Woo. Thank you all.
The Tiny Troop is Ben's Big Bouncy Bensons. Chegwin is Deadwin, R.I.P. Mr. Black, Specky Becky. Cheg Windwaker stole my took. Mr. Blobby's Spotty Nobby. The fart was a bit much for me. He was very generous, thank you. Ben Ovi Bich, Lord Brotovich. Labour Party Sir Keir Chegwin. I may have said Sir Keith Chegwin last time, I've just realised. I don't know.
I think I heard you say Keir Chegwin, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Why isn't Freddie Webber? Miskalisk. Linear the Magic Dragon. Donak 07. And the very, very generous Axel's Alive 95.
And finally, in the Fast Crew, we have King Kong's Flaccid Schlong, Drew Peacock, Chegsistential Crisis, Kevin from Con, Bummed as a Child, the very generous Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Dr. Von Waff the GP, the very generous Kimberly Edwards Yebob, Katie Abubsov. There's got to be something there. Am I pronouncing it wrong? I just can't see it.
I don't know.
Katya Boobsov?
Oh, it might be. Oh, is that it?
But I don't know what Katya Boobsov really means.
Cut your boobs off, potentially, which is
just write that out if that's what you want. Cheggers.
It won't be the worst thing in this list, to be honest. So
it won't. I tell you what, from next time I will actually start vetting some of these. Cheggers died on a mountain. That's the worst one we've ever had. How disrespectful. Lovely Carl Richardson, Decouple Jump, Mr. Macca, wanking into Nana's knickers. It didn't come home, but I came. I think I said I didn't come home earlier. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Just keep swimming, Ash. Dick and Dettol in Ben's bum. There we are. That is the Pod Squad. So sorry if we butchered it / I butchered it a little bit. It's just so hot. And by the time this comes out, we'll have probably had 6 days of rain and it won't make any sense. But trust us, this was recorded at peak warmth.
It's bad.
Mikey, where are you on the internet?
@PowerBoy on Twitter. That's the best place to see me and stay up to date with me and the seagulls that are currently screaming outside. So for more seagull news, @PowerBoy on Twitter. I stream on occasion on Twitch @PowerBoy, but not too often, especially not when I'm a thickly boy and sweating a lot. So I will try to get back into the streaming game soon. But there's pet photos on my Twitter, so that's fun.
Nice.
Woo. They're very good.
And Peter, where are we?
We are Team Triple Jump as a pairing. You can also follow Ben and I on Twitter @ThatPeterAustin and @confused_dude. But Team Triple Jump on YouTube and Twitch for live streams and video content. And we're finally, by the time this Podiots goes out, back in the office filming stuff together, live action. How exciting.
Whoa.
That means things like Rules Boss and cooking and potentially Prove It's eventually will be back. Worst Games Ever has always been there over lockdown, but will now be filmed in person. So it's all very exciting.
It is. It is indeed. Finally, why not leave us an iTunes review or a review/rating on your platform of choice? It helps. Something to do with Al Gore's rhythms. It's also free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can tell a friend. You can leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. You can leave a nice comment as well. That always helps the algorithm. Just do the, if you're enjoying what we do, and if you've donated to Pod Squad, you can do whatever you want. But if you haven't and you're looking for a way to give back, just share it. It's free. Yeah. Flipping free. Go and ask.
Yeah.
Or go and tell, I suppose. Final question for people to answer in the wherever space. What do you reckon? Best.
I don't know.
Best takeaway restaurant idea out of the three.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, actually, you tell us.
Divide the fans.
Cheesy chips.
Yeah.
Calzones are us.
This is Democracy Manifest.
Deep fry your forearm.
Fish and dips, yeah.
Let us know. Right, we're going to bugger off now. Stay cool out there and be hydrated. Be sensible as well. Don't take any unnecessary risks because the UK is now apparently fine and COVID is gone. Be safe and be well. And we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.